there's been another big event over the past weekend.
Bro.
A really big one, actually.
God.
A really big one. This one, it honestly caught me by surprise. We have seen the first look at Street Fighter 6 and its gameplay and content, and I feel like saying first look is not doing it justice.
No.
Because Capcom came with the first trailer, showing some of the gameplay, showing off some of the new characters. Then they came with the second trailer, showing off the in-game commentary feature, featuring,
Bro,
our own boy,
fast.
Vicious and Jeremy.
Yo.
Then they showed us the mechanics. Then they showed us the behind the scenes of some of the. It just kept coming. I was like, how much content are they actually gonna show us? So I guess we'll dial it back. I kind of, started with the lead here. Let's go over what were our first reactions when we saw Street Fighter 6. Rob, what were you thinking?
I was actually streaming and I lost my stuff, man. Like, even when the trailer started, they showed Luke hitting the bag and everything, right? So I'm thinking we're just gonna get that type of thing. Because remember the first trailer at season final, they showed us just Luke walk out, Ryu walk out, and it was more the cinematic stuff, not the gameplay. So I was already hyped off that alone. Maybe we'll see some new characters. Dog, they came out swinging straight haymakers. The gameplay looks ridiculous. The World Tour mode, what is that? Like, it's just open world, and it looks like the character they showed, the dude was like, he had a hoodie on or something, some sweats or whatever. But you can see, looking at the other characters, like, I could imagine that maybe we'll be able to customize our characters to look like whatever we want them to look like.
Right.
Like maybe
we're definitely speculating here. We don't know.
We're completely speculating.
Let's be honest with
Bro,
people
here. Think we know everything. People think we know
we
stuff
have
we don't
no
know.
idea. First of all, if Jeremy Vicious could be in the game and not tell us what we just saw on Combo Breaker, then we don't know anything. All right.
No,
so yeah, I agree.
No.
It looked like a sort of custom character. That didn't seem like one of the already announced characters. It looked like kind of a generic, like, make your own character.
But I feel like that mode is the most like surprising thing. I think overall, even there's so much to speculate about. Like, did you notice how, I know it's a versus screen, everyone, but how Ryu and Chun-Li walked out together and Luke and Jamie walked out together? Yeah, like, is that some 2v2 action?
Maybe the story mode, maybe? New ways to play. I mean, Capcom is clearly focusing on new ways to play with that World Tour, which I feel like was sorely needed for a long time. Like, having just a new way to enjoy the game. And obviously the theme of it to me is, Luke even opens up, like, finding strength is not like a game. The journey never ends. Laying it on a little thick, but yeah, with fighting games as a competitive genre, how we deal with it, it doesn't end. It's always about bettering yourself, and it feels like the World Tour is about picking your character and building up those skills as you go, and giving what I'm hoping for is players who aren't necessarily at that level, who aren't as well versed in the genre, gives them a mode to ease them into it. And I guarantee, like, if you're starting off fighting the delivery guy before you go to challenge Ryu and Chun-Li and Luke and Jamie, I feel like it's obviously setting you up to ramp up to learn skills as you progress, to allow you to learn the game and understand the genre at a deeper level, rather than hopping online and immediately, kind of getting beat a little bit, because people have been playing this game in this genre for a very long time. There's a lot of veterans in the scene, and Street Fighter 6 is definitely going to bring in a lot of new players. So having a mode like that to help have fun while learning the game is awesome to see. I'm super excited to see more news about the World Tour.
So everyone knows, like, of course, we're gonna be doing a lot of talking about Street Fighter 6. So we're not gonna go in super depth about everything as we're gonna do in future episodes of No Neutral, right? But one thing I want to make sure I bring in, when we talk about new ways to play, I posted a tweet about it. It got and a whole lot of people agreed. The new way to play as far as the modern control system. That makes my heart smile, because I'm telling you, there's so many things that any of us who love this community, we all have opinions about what could be done better to make it more accessible. And I'm gonna bring up who are those big streamers, Lyric and Shroud and all those people?
Yeah, the AT&T Annihilator Cup, where they had the Street Fighter 5 leg of the competition where they're competing. A bunch of big streamers. Some of the biggest names in Twitch were competing, and part of the tournament was playing Street Fighter 5. So it was interesting to see some well-known people in the gaming sphere. A lot of them, it was their first time playing a fighting game ever.
And
it really refreshed your perspective on it.
Yeah, when I'm watching them and I'm hearing how some of them were like, man, this is so hard, and I'm like, wow. When I think back to when I think about somebody being newer or casual, I'm probably thinking about like a gold rank or something. But a gold rank is deep actually into the game. Like, you know, you guys out there that
they're amazing.
You're amazing. You're actually godlike.
If you know how to do all your moves on command, you're one of the best players in the world.
They can do combos and everything when they want to. So one of the main things with fighting games is that to me has been the fact that it's so tough to just pick it up. Like, we're speaking objectively, it's not the easiest thing to just pick it up and have fun immediately. Like, you have to lose so much and everything. And I know there's so many people out there, I've had these debates where they say, oh, well, we don't need them, or, oh, you know, it's supposed to be hardcore. No, man, that's just not true whatsoever, in my opinion. Outside of just business, right? Don't you just want people to enjoy this amazing thing that we have called fighting games, called the fighting game community? Like, we love it so much, and we've dedicated so much of our lives to this stuff. Imagine, like, even if you're not doing it professionally or whatever, even if you just do it as a hobby or whatever, and play in ranked mode, you put so many hours into this, and it's for a reason, because it's so fun. But there's some people where this big wall has been put up there, and they can't even, whereas now, they can at least pick it up and do a DP and... Okay, my easy example, I'll throw it over to you, Brian. The best example I can give. Let's say, to me, the funnest thing about fighting games is like the mind games. That's why it's so fun. Is reading your opponent, trying to outplay someone. That's fun at every level, right? But let's say I know I'm supposed to anti-air or DP. I have to spend so much time as a brand new player just learning how to do a DP, just the motion of it, let alone being able to do it on reaction. So before you can even get to the funnest part, which is the mind game, you have to spend so much time on the technique part, which is not going to be as fun to learn. Now somebody can jump in there, hit triangle or forward triangle and do anti-air DPs. It's a good thing. And I do not think someone using modern controls is going to beat somebody who's a seasoned fighting game player.
Right. I agree. I mean, they added limitations on that for a reason, right? The modern control scheme is definitely different from the classic control scheme. You don't have access to your full set of normal moves based on the diagram that they released. So they understand how to tailor the modern controls to balance it with classic controls. But yeah, I agree. I feel like there's you want new players to be able to hop in and have their eyes opened to what there is to come. And when they aren't able to get over certain humps, they don't even get to see where the next step begins and where the journey could go. They're just left in the darkness, right? They have no idea what the next step could be. So that's definitely a really interesting inclusion from Capcom, which I'm definitely here for it. I will love to see how it balances out in the end. I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna be trying some one button DPs, maybe some one button other special moves, whatever. We'll see what comes in the future when they reveal more information. But guys, we'll definitely go more in depth on Street Fighter 6, all the characters that come out and are revealed, and all the mechanics. We'll break it down on No Neutral, but we gotta give it a bit at a time. We gotta stretch it out until it's actually released. We still got a long time to go before 2023 when Street Fighter 6 is out.